Alright, so this wild pet capture team features the Dream Whelpling, one of the pets that you can catch at the end of the Emerald Nightmare, who has like the same exact moveset as the Emerald Proto-Whelp. Kind of. The Proto-Whelp has different attack options, but and has an extra heal to take. Its toxic skin isn't very good. But you can kind of get like the same thing. I actually have Emerald Dream. I don't know why it was on the other one. Actually, you know what? Healing Flame probably would have been better. I didn't really use Emerald Dream to a great effect, in which case Healing Flame would have actually worked better for me. But whatever. What I really did was I just put... There's no real rhyme or reason to this team. I just put 3 wild pets into a team that I thought would complement each other well, since they all have diverse types of damage and, you know, types of pets themselves. So I can deal with a whole bunch of different kinds of pets. The Spirit Crab is just a pretty solid tier 1 pet, who just happens to also be a wild caught pet as well. He has tons of health, he's undead, he has 2 basic attack options, both of them are good, and I use both of them, actually, like interchangeably, depending on who I'm going against. And Shell Shield is great, and Surge is surprisingly good against a lot of the pets I went against today. I have it in here because it's also really good against the Terror Claw Hatchling. And the Golden Eaglet, I was just trying it out. He's a power type. He's not like an extremely strong power type, but it's still a nice thing to have for his abilities because he actually has a heal. Any flying type pet with a heal is neat because it means they have the possibility of going above their 50% threshold to gain their speed boost again. And Preen is actually not half bad of a heal. Like, it's not the greatest heal in the world, but it is good enough to use. The ideal heal is one which will heal for more than a basic attack's worth of damage. Preen heals for 380 damage. The regular basic attack hits for about 300 damage, so it heals about 80 damage more than a basic attack, making it worth its use. Plus, it gives you a damage buff, which is just icing on the cake. So it's absolute worth using off cooldown because it'll negate a basic attack. Plus, it gives you a damage buff, which is great. I also take Thrash because it's better than Slice and Wind, since it actually allows me to take advantage of my speed. But the pets I went against, Thrash wasn't a very good option against them, but I think it's a good option in general. And Liftoff is just great for dodging abilities and shit. Alright, so Dream Whelpling should be great against these 2 pets, unless he starts off with the Fen Crab, in which case I will probably switch out and try something else. So until then, should I even bother with Emerald Presence? Sure, why not? It's a little bit less damage. And then go straight into Emerald Bite. Ooh, it didn't crit. That's great. The cool thing about shielding abilities is that, like, crits only apply to the damage which has happened after the shield. So if they're hitting with an ability that would do, I don't know, like 300 damage, but the shield prevents like 100 of it, and it crits. Instead of critting for like 450 damage, it'll crit for the 200 damage it did do. So instead it'll crit for like 300 damage. I don't know if that's like a bug in the game, but it will only crit for the damage actually done, not for the potential damage that was avoided. So shield abilities are pretty neat against these things. It'll lessen the crit by a bigger margin than the tiny like amount that it did right now. Oh, did he just go for blood in the water and totally get me? I didn't even notice. I was too busy just talking. Huh, that sucks. That really hurt. Why'd you have to do that, Fen Crab? You piece of garbage. Let's see. Let's go for another Emerald Bite. Maybe I can get off one more attack before dying. It's too late to Emerald Dream. But I can at least do a lot of damage. He went for Slice and Wind. You know, that's actually not a half bad idea. because he wanted to save his Rain Dance for Nocturnal Strike. But it did not pay off for him as much as it paid off for me. Alright, this actually is a bad matchup. I'm gonna have to switch out when Drain Blood comes out. Because I have a shit ton of health and I totally forgot about that. So, Harry Potter, just keep going for those surges. Because not only can you outspeed him, but it does more damage than Snap. Alright, I have to switch out just because Blood Drain hurts. Okay, so it looks like he's faster than me, huh? Should I use Preen preemptively? Sure, why not? Ugh, especially when you get a fucking triple hit like that. Alright, 25% extra damage on my liftoff. Pretty good. I was already slower, so it's not really a big deal. It sucks I can't use Thrash. That's not really a big deal either. Except for the fact that I'm actually, like, getting my ass handed to me right now. Oh, that sucks. Alright, Preen. It's time to heal up a little bit. And go for another Thrash. What I want to do is, like, die to Blood Drain. That way Spirit Crab can come out and just fuck her up. But, she has a better attack than I do. I'm saying she. I'm not being gender neutral. I really don't want to go toe-to-toe with the brilliant Blood Feather, because I will not fare well to that Drain Blood because I have so much health. It was really a miscalculation on my part. I still might be able to do this. I could waste a turn throwing up Shell Shield, but I have so much health that I just kind of want to go for a whole bunch of surges and hope it's enough. Luckily, Surge always lets me go first. Okay, this should be enough, as long as I don't get, like, crit or something. I'm also denying a triple hit, thanks to always going first. So, now that I think about it, I probably should have just stayed in on Spirit Crab the whole time. Because that really helped. I was worried because he had so much health. Because Blood Drain is based off of health, but that seemed to be a non-issue. Oh shit, a Sunflower. Harry Potter, it's your turn to shine. Wow, the Infected Squirrel. I still have a good matchup against him too. Let's go straight for Shell Shield. Oh, he went for Stampede. Bad move. Shell Shield completely counters it, since it doesn't count the increased damage until after you do damage. Yep, sorry, Pet Battles. Kind of wonky that way. So, I'm just gonna get 2 free hits on you until you switch out. Unless he wants to try something else. Like giving me extra damage? Okay. Oh shit. Is this enough? 230? I am doing extra damage, so this might be enough to kill him. Oh, it crit. Well, that guaranteed a kill. Now we can use the turn of immunity to just refresh Shell Shield. Which is gonna suck, because I'm gonna be taking extra damage from rabies. It's also gonna give me shattered defenses. And I'm pretty sure his other 2 pets have a way to deal with me, and I originally brought out my Spirit Crab in order to deal with the Sunflower. So, if it's the Wisp we're talking about, I actually kind of have a good matchup against the Wisp too, even with shattered defenses up. So, I'm just gonna go for like a Snap. And I really don't want to take damage from a light, but it's going to be reduced by Shell Shield. Let's see how much damage it does. It did a lot of damage. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, Surge, and missed. Okay, whatever. Let's go for another surge, I guess. I'm just gonna let Harry Potter deal with this. Oh! This is great. I'm only gonna be using surges against the singing sunflower. This is why I originally brought out my spirit crab. Was for the sunflower. Shell Shield is not gonna save me from solar beam, so I'm not even gonna bother with it. I'm just gonna keep going for damage. Against the sunflower, you just want to do as much damage to them as possible. And my Emerald Whelp should be strong enough to take it out, since sunlight benefits my racial. I'm still gonna get another turn of surges thanks to my racial, but it's not gonna be a lot of damage. Honestly, I would prefer to just die right there. But that's not gonna happen. Alright, Dream Whelp. I'll get my racial proc right here. And it should be enough to kill him through photosynthesis, unless he decides to go for a solar beam right now before kicking the bucket. Or if they switch out, that's fine too. Actually, no, the whiffs is usually really fast. Yeah, a solar beam before they get taken out, that's a good decision. Alright, my Golden Eaglet has a good matchup against the whiffs. What I'm gonna do right here is actually try to take advantage of Sunny Day. And come on, don't kill me, light. Don't kill me, light. Oh, I survived barely. Oh my god, that was so close. Whew. I don't know why it's telling me to pass. Oh, he just didn't do anything because he can't refresh that. Alright, well, I'm going to go for Emerald Presence right here. Go for my Emerald Bite. I should be able to kill him with my Eaglet, so I'm just going to see how well I can do on my Dream Whelpling. Since Emerald Presence does help out a lot. Alright, I got my racial going. He should have a Soul Ward active. That's fine. Now let's go for more Emerald Bites. And one more. If this hits, it's over. Come on, 50% chance to hit. Ah, I knew that would happen. Well, I'm just gonna keep going for it, I guess. I just need to hit one more time. Come on, you can do it. Hit one more time. Okay, now it's over. Since I do have really high attack power, it should be enough to kill even without my racial. Whew. I was expecting that to be a little bit tougher.